Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing Scarlet Hollow Part 4. So yesterday when we left, they were just leaving the diner and heading out to the woods to find the stink ape with Stella and Gretchen. So let's get started.
It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel a sense of foreboding, more alive than you've been in years, strangely calm, tense, unsettled, or nothing. Let's go with a sense of foreboding. You feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and to not dwell too much on this strange feeling. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. That's about how it is in the South. It's just nice to feel the chill in the air and to see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Yes, I love autumn. It's my favorite. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Let's see. Are you really expecting to find anything? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? What's the weirdest thing you've seen in these woods? Let's go with... Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over the gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all is said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turn into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks will be doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's just hope all that junk. Let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? Aliens. What do you think about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. Let's see, so you don't see me hunting aliens. I don't see mystical. They exist. They're existings beyond our realm, but I wouldn't call them aliens. Aliens exist, but they haven't come to Earth. See, that's just what the government wants you to think. Let's go with mystical. There exist things beyond our realm, but I wouldn't call them aliens. Everything that exists in the universe is cut from the same cloth one way or another. To call something an alien is to imply that it is something else, something that doesn't belong. That's true. Whoa, you've got to meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. Are you really expecting to find anything? It's the same stuff as before. Okay. What's the weirdest thing you've seen? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. What? But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of video of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground now with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Let's see. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folk town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. Oh no, not too bad. Though I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was a time I accidentally stumbled into old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I'd barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all dangerous, all things considered. Are you sure it's safe? I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe here? You know, I'm a little bit surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had you pegged as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might just be a little jumpy, but he means well. And these trails are all a ways off from his farm. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. But hey, there's no point worrying about whatever bad stuff may happen to us. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as we can be. I even carry bear mace. And if you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? It's not like being anxious ever stops anything bad from happening. In my experience, all it does is make the bad things worse. I guess that's true. The only thing you can do is tell yourself, this has happened, there's no going back to before this bad thing happened. And then you work on making things better. Anyway, all this is to say we're good, don't worry. Did you hear that? Was it Duke? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for being jumpy, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who is this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't... Is that... Yep. I say, welcome to the holler. My condolences, I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. Offer Duke your boiled peanuts. You hold out the slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in your rucksack, like scentful beer. But you're pretty sure that's what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts from your backpack? No, I'm all set, thank you. Now both y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with cameras scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know you never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond? Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know, I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or whatever, what have you. But I suppose it couldn't hurt to have a few more eyes out there tonight. Something's been getting in my chickens. I've lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose many more than that. I'm so sorry to hear that. But I wonder if a skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell it is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-aged Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of these woods tonight. Let's see. Right on, Duke. Kill the mountain lion. Okay, let's go. Don't butt in. This is between Duke and Stella. I don't think this ends well for you. How would you know? I go hunting in these woods all the time. Night, day, opossums, bears, it don't make a difference. Even a mountain lion wouldn't stand a chance against the ingenuity of man here. Unless it's not a mountain lion. Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Do you want to be his legacy, girl? Do you want that to be his legacy? And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it if I don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of those poor little ladies. And you know I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. If I miss an update, I might lose a new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. You silently stare directly into Duke's soul. Oh, stop it. You're just trying to unsettle me, so I'll let y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. Holly, I think you freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I am not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. This is fun because I get to do an old southern accent. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. Hello to my viewers. Feel free to drop a note in the chat. I'm just going to be playing this game for maybe 15 more minutes and then I'm heading off for dinner. But thank you for watching. I am playing a game called Scarlet Hollow. Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Lead the way. Oh no, we aren't actually headed back to town. Yes, I knew you wouldn't give up on the hunt. Never. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke or his shotgun. I've gone out hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up ahead. Let's go. Alright, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Yay. October 12th, 2022. 2 years from now. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Holly, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we are on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can't take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? There's something wrong here. The biologist in me is going nuts right now. Breathtaking. I haven't actually been looking. I'm not a fan of the bugs. Go with book smart. It's not often I get a chance to flex my biology skills like this. I can identify some of the calls out there, but not all of them. I'd love to get my hands on a field guide and come back when the sun is up. Who needs a field guide when you've got me? I've been hiking these trails all my life. I know just about everything that swims, crawls, walks, or flies through these woods, from their prints to their poop. If you ever have any questions, ask away. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Whoa, was that a deer? Oh no, the skunk ape has found us. It's Duke back with his shotgun. Run! Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Oh, whoa, was that a deer? I've seen videos of them making that spooky little warning snort, but I've never heard it in person. Sure was. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she searches for her flashlight. What the heck is wrong with that deer? A single deer remains behind, staring down the light of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Geez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. Well, if there were deer in the woods that are eating birds, I'd be freaked out too. That's not normal. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? Explorer Book Smart, was that some sort of cyst or something? There was something wrong with that deer. Why do you bring her with you? Never too late to turn back. Was there some sort of cyst or something on that deer? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Why do you bring Gretchen out here with you? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her to be quite the opposite. Sure, she wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still so feisty, even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is running around in the woods at 17. And I feel like the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? That's weird. Little lag spikes. Well, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right into the night's activities. I've got all the best trail snacks. Maybe some biscuits from that diner. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. So we got trail mix with extra M&Ms, snack bars, dried apricots, sesame sticks. Let's take apricots. You grab a handful of dried apricots. I actually dried these myself. I wound up getting a bunch of apricots for free from Janie a while back, and I didn't know what else to do with them. It's wild how easy it is to make your own dried fruit. That's the same Janie that takes care of the house, I guess. That's neat. Thanks, Stella. Let's see. I'd burn my house down. I suppose that's a good thing to know about yourself. And if you aren't a kitchen whiz, at least you now have the next best thing, a friend who is. As long as you're in town, don't worry about food. I've got you covered. Thanks, Stella. You and Stella settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. So tell me what it's like in Poop. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Holly. I live alone in a dingy studio apartment. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. I live in a doorless basement that floods whenever it rains. Why are all these crappy options? I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. Internet cafe, I'd rather not say it. Let's go with difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had him move in. Then they left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's really being sneaky about. But there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there are only 2 of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. And he infringes on my privacy all the time, too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it, then just walk away. It's like he has a complex about closed doors. Dude is psycho. Which, of course, also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Sometimes, like, almost he wants me to watch him. And at least once a week, he somehow misses and leaves this big pee puddle, which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point that I think he's causing lasting damage to the house. And no matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyway, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat, and it's not like I can just give him away or anything. That would be cruel. Oh, her roommate is a cat. I should have picked up on that. That's funny. Wait, he's a cat? Like the animal? Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. So, what do you do for a living? I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. First year associate at a big law firm. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. I'm in the service industry. Let's go with student. I'm still in school. I've got a work-study program going on right now that keeps me going, and sometimes I participate in research studies that throw a cool $20 my way. Oh yeah, I've always wondered what it would be like to study at a big city school. Living in a dorm with a bunch of people your age, staying out late and eating pizza, meeting people from around the world, though I guess you're not doing the dorm part, but I couldn't leave those beautiful woods behind. This is my home and I love it here, and I think leaving would just make me miss it. So what do you study? There's this conversation. What should we be studying? Biology, psychology, English, business, education, computer science. Let's go with English. Oh, neat. So you study books and stuff? Yeah, I'm a writer too. Yeah, I'm trying to be a writer. I've actually got a novel I've been working on, and I think it could really be something. It'd be nice if that works out and I sell 1 million copies and I never have to live like this ever again. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside of town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Do you live alone there? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the Holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, did they move? Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. Oh, because they're dead. It's okay, you didn't know. And I've done my mourning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. My mom died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Oh, thanks, Holly. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? It wasn't a quick death. It took years, to the point that it was almost a relief when it finally happened. But then it sank in that she was really gone, that I was utterly alone. And then the hospital bills started to come in, so yeah, I'm not taking it well. Yeesh, I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. Whoa. Stella immediately packs her bags and slings it over her shoulder. Mystical, that wasn't the sound meant for human ears. Jesus Christ, skunk ape, more deer. Whatever made it is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the brush. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. It sounds like a chicken. Is it Duke's chicken? Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 foot tall. It doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. Alright guys, I think I'm going to stop it here before we get into this next little adventure here. Because dinner's almost ready and I want to go eat. I like this game. It's a lot of fun. And I like the story, so I'm really interested to see what's going to happen next. It is a lot of reading. It's not really what I expected, but I like it. I'll see. I might play tomorrow if I have some time.
What's important?
They burned.
Okay.
Sorry. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.